You good?
I think so. I hope so.
How are you?
I'm good. It's been a while.
I know. Let's see if I remember how to get to work from here. I should be okay.
Yeah. Well, I've been driving to work from here, so I can tell you.
You can tell me if I'm going the right way.
Yeah, I can.
Great.
So how have you been?
Pretty good.
Good.
Nice fall morning.
Yes. It's now, it's getting to the point where it's starting to become a little brisk outside.
Yeah, and you're still wearing short sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 3 layers on, and you have a t-shirt. It's like 45, my car says. My watch says it's 39. That's a big discrepancy.
This is my preferred kind of weather. My perfect day, I think I've said this before, but I don't think I've said it on the podcast. My perfect day, weather-wise, right, is about 60 to 65, slightly overcast.
Okay. And you want it to be 60, 65 like at noon.
Yeah.
Like in the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's probably 40, 45 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, today's going to be sunny, but basically it's going to be 60, 65.
Yeah.
Like, the sun even bothers you if it's like not warm?
Well, no, I guess not necessarily.
You know, because you're not like getting burned. It's not like...
No, it's more a visibility thing. Like when the sun's super bright and it's like shining in your eyes, and it's hard to like...
You a sunglasses guy?
No.
You seem like no.
No, I don't.
Never owned them?
I mean, I have owned sunglasses in the past.
Actually, I think there's
I used to be that weird kid who...
There's a picture of you. There's like a profile picture of you wearing sunglasses.
Yes.
Isn't there?
Yeah, well, that was from a... That was from a short film that I did with some friends back in college where...
Gotcha.
It was actually a really funny concept.
I'll be the judge of that.
Well, at the time we thought it was funny.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure people are familiar with the font Comic Sans.
Yes.
Okay. So during the whole,
Clown Don font.
Yeah, it was during that whole era where it was a very overused font.
Yes.
And people were like hopping on, people gonna stop using it, blah 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 blah. So me and my friends, we thought that was kind of silly, right? So he had to make a short film for class, and he made a short film about the Comic Sans police.
That's
where
good. I like that.
Where I played, where one of our friends was writing something, and he decided to use Comic Sans, and I show up dressed like a federal agent with the sunglasses on, and I wore a suit, right, to bust him. So that's where that profile picture came from.
Okay. But no sunglasses in your real life, really.
Well, not really. In high school, I used to wear them sort of as a prank. Well, not a prank,
but a prank that no one knew was a prank.
Well, it was more of just like, I'm really into portraying an exaggerated character version of myself.
Okay.
Especially in high school. And I sort of had a character that I played, which was, I was the guy with the long hair and the leather jacket, and I was at the dollar store one day and I said, what can I add to this? And I saw these really cheap...
Your character, the character that you play is just like Dylan Klebold.
Yeah.
In spirit only, in image only, let's say.
Okay, I was going more for like a wrestler attitude, something like Edge,
gotcha,
from
Edge.
WWE, right? And he wore sunglasses, and I was looking in the dollar store, and I found these big red sunglasses.
Wait, the frames are red or the lenses are red?
The frames were red, with black,
like just blacked out.
Totally blacked out lenses. Yeah. So I used to wear those too.
Like in school?
Yeah.
And that was just like that was okay?
I don't think I told to take them off.
Okay. Yeah.
But I would wear them in the hallway and shit.
I feel like I couldn't even wear a hat in high school. Is that true, right?
Yeah, no.
Did you not wear hats in school?
You're a little bit older than me, and I think by the time that I was starting to be like a junior and a senior, they started to get more lax about.
They're like, well, that's not a fight worth fighting anymore.
Yeah, like another thing was like you couldn't take your backpacks with you, right? And you had to leave them in fucking
like in your locker.
In the locker, exactly, right? Okay. But I couldn't be bothered with the locker, especially mine, because it was out of the way.
Bad place.
It was on the first floor. A lot of my classes were on the third floor. It was
3 floors to this high school, huh?
Yeah, North Providence High School had 3 floors.
Damn.
Yeah, it was on the 3rd floor, right? It was out of the way, and you know, I just couldn't be bothered with it, so I just started taking my backpack with me.
Yeah.
And
not allowed.
It wasn't allowed, but no one ever gave me shit. But also, I think I had a great relationship with a lot of my teachers.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, they might have given me deferential treatment, but
that's the curveball right there.
Yeah.
That's the curveball. The guy with long black hair that wears a black trench coat and sunglasses.
Well, I wasn't wearing a trench coat. It was just a leather jacket.
Oh,
I never wore a trench coat to school.
I'm sorry. I take back the Dylan Klebold.
Okay, yeah. No, I never wore a trench coat. I owned a trench coat.
Yeah.
I just never wore one.
Gotcha.
Mostly for that reason, because I didn't want to, you know, have
be
that
associated with murderers.
Yeah, anything like that.
Yeah,
right?
with terrible people.
So, yeah, that's the thing is, you know, when you have a good relationship with the teachers and the faculty, they're usually less likely to reprimand you for stuff that's not worth it, really.
Yeah.
And I think also, we were starting to get to the point where a lot of my teachers, not all of them, but a lot of them were rather young.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, I think all the kids now who grew up being like, these rules are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Are now in charge now, right?
Right. There's bigger fights to battle.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. I think especially with like smartphone usage and stuff starting to become more prevalent, right? Like, who the fuck cares if Jim is wearing a hat? You're more concerned about the fact that it's 30 minutes into the class and Jim has been on his fucking phone the entire time, not paying attention.
Unbelievable.
You know? So yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, so no sunglasses, even if it's sunny. When you're driving, you wear, because you drive more now, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
You wear your spectacles.
I do wear my spectacles because I need to be able to see the road signs.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah,
that's
good.
Kind of important, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of important.
Although I've been using, you know, I use GPS a lot because I don't know where the fuck I'm going. And Google Maps is pretty great in the sense that it shows. I like that it shows you the speed limit.
Yes.
Although sometimes it can be inaccurate. I've noticed. There's been a few times where it's been like.
Why do you think that your car is more accurate?
I don't.
There's just an inconsistency between the two.
There's an inconsistency. So I default to the road signs always when I.
Oh, that's what you mean when it says, "Hey, this is a 35," but the road sign might say it's a 30.
Yeah, or there's been some instances where this road in particular that we're on right now.
Yeah.
Google Maps tries to tell me that coming down this way, this is for 35.
Okay.
Or 40. No, it says it's 40.
Okay.
But when you're coming, oh, I'm sorry, I have it backwards. Going down this way is 35, but when you're coming up this same hill, it's 40? A 40.
It doesn't make any sense.
I know.
If anything, it should be the opposite.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
We're going downhill.
It's bizarre.
Now that you mention that, I don't have my GPS app open.
Yeah.
But B, I also don't see any road signs.
Yeah,
it was like 35 back there.
When you get down to the bottom of the street, it turns into 30.
This is
when you get near the intersection.
Extremely granular conversation about.
Well, no, it's to help.
No, I understand.
Establish the point. I get that. We're not going to get too much.
We don't need to talk about that. We're at the crossroad of New England Way and whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but
New England Way. Ugh, gross.
But my point to all this is that
drops to 30 here.
Yeah, I know. My point to all this is that it's.
Who do you trust? Well, you should trust the signs.
Yeah, you should trust the signs, right? But I feel like
you can't tell
nowadays,
a police officer.
Well, yeah, you can't tell a police officer that, but nowadays, I feel like there's a lot of people who sort of are over-reliant on maybe what the GPS is telling them or whatever, right? And aren't paying attention to things.
No, for sure. I mean, it's one thing to like just leave. I think we had this conversation at work like last week or something, but like it's one thing to just like leave your house like and be like, I'm gonna go drive 3 hours somewhere. I don't really know where I'm going, but I'm just plugging it into my app.
Yeah.
And just to trust it. But then to not pay attention, you still gotta be paying attention while you're out on the road.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So like last night I had to go to CVS in Middle Spring, which was only like a 8-minute drive or whatever. And just to show you how like people just I think aren't aware of what else is happening on the road. So I'm at the corner about to pull onto Middle Spring and there's a dude behind me and I'm waiting for my turn to go because I have to make a right, but you know, there's lots of cars coming both way, and he starts honking at me like 4 times.
You had a red light?
No, there was a stop sign, but there was just constant stream of cars, and I was like, dude, what do you want me to do?
The crossing traffic wasn't stopping?
It was not stopping. I was like, dude, what do you want me to do? Yeah, let me just go and ruin my car. So to convenience you.
Unacceptable.
That's gonna be even more of an inconvenience for him, because then I'm gonna get into a collision and he's gonna be blocked traffic wise.
I would, if a person like that if a person does something like that to me, I wait longer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna milk it even more. I'm in no rush. I leave for things pretty early.
Yeah.
So like I can be like, yeah, sure, I'll just keep waiting here, but you're that impatient.
Teach him a lesson, I guess.
Yeah, he's probably not learning a lesson, but it makes me at least feel a little bit vindicated.
Yeah.
You know? Not really trying to get out of the teach other people a lesson part of my life, because I'm realizing like that doesn't work.
No, not really.
Especially if they don't know.
It's fun to joke about.
Yeah.
It doesn't really.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially if they're unaware that like you're trying to use this as a teaching opportunity.
Yeah.
Like no, that's not how society works. It's a waste of my time.
Yeah, in my experience, most people just learn the wrong lesson.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned GPS app showing your speedometer.
Yeah.
And it's not this vehicle, but my wife and I like kind of share cars. Jocelyn and I share cars.
Yeah.
My other car, the gauges are dead.
Yeah.
I'm getting it fixed hopefully this week, but like there are no gauges on my car, and it's an older car, so there's nothing digital, not like the car that we're in now where it's all digital. It's like actual, you know, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, RPM, speedometer, all of that.
Yeah.
So I have to have the GPS app all the time to show me how fast I'm going.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know how fast I'm going.
Jeez.
And then I'm like, do I trust this thing outright? No, not really.
Yeah.
To be judging my speed by GPS. Not that it's like bad or wrong or anything, but I'm just really much more cognizant of it.
Yeah.
And I kind of am I'm a slow driver anyway. I'm not really like a fast, speedy driver. I mean, this is a Prius. It's not a fast car by any means.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to be like, sometimes I'll look at the speedometer on the GPS app versus a car, like when it's working, and it seems to be off. And I wonder like like how that's measured. One is obviously measured by GPS, the other one. Oh, the GoPro fell!
Uh-oh.
What the fuck? What the hell? Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll hold
tragic.
it. Yeah, you focus on
absolute tragic as we're trying to turn
What are you gonna do? Well, we're almost there anyway.
Oh my God, what a blooper. This is a blooper.
I think we're gonna leave it in.
No, we gotta leave it in, but it's a blooper that gets left in. All right, let me see if I can fix it real quick. I stopped here. Oh my goodness.
It couldn't happen at a worse time too. You were just about to merge lanes.
Yep.
You know, with real tight traffic.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. So I really do believe that. Now, I'm not saying that this was some sort of divine.
You think that was karmic?
But yeah, I really do believe that there's a lot of coincidental happenings in the universe that are almost too ironic.
God doesn't want us to have a YouTube show?
No, it's not that. I just think he has a great sense of humor.
Okay. Gotcha. You think God has a great sense of humor?
I think he was watching this and he was sort of like, you know, it'd be funny right now.
Yeah. I like that. I love it when people say shit like that, because I'm like, is it really like, is it that level of omnipotence that like they can just be pulling strings, this sort of all-powerful deity can just be pulling strings on something as simple as 2 chuckleheads driving to work?
Yeah, well,
like a 15-minute drive.
I don't know, man. There's a part of me that, you know, I'm very agnostic when it comes to stuff like that, but there's a part of me that says, like, if I was an all-powerful individual like that and I had those capabilities, I'd 100% do shit like that.
I always thought of you as more of a flying spaghetti monster type of guy.
No, not really.
I don't know the lore of the flying spaghetti monster.
So the Pastafarian thing is basically like a mock religion. Right? And I've always kind of thought that was a little silly, in the sense of like, it's one thing to not be religious in my opinion, but I feel like basically trying to make an ironic religion is a little cringe.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, so,
I mean, it definitely comes from like a cringe society.
Yeah.
It's like people who, like, I always see the bumper, not always, but you see the bumper sticker.
Yeah.
You know, the flying spaghetti monster sort of silhouette bumper sticker, and you're just like, okay, this is, I mean, I know this is a bit. It's like a bit in nature. Like that's why it was created.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I always forget that it's Pastafarianism, like Rastafari.
Yeah.
But pasta.
Yeah.
But is it like from copy pasta or no?
No, it's
just
no
totally
relation.
unrelated.
It's no. In fact, I think it predates the
A
internet.
copy. Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh.
I'm not positive, but I think the flying spaghetti monster predates the.
I
mean,
didn't-
the internet has been around for a long time.
Sure.
Like, you know.
But it wasn't like something that
mass internet.
It wasn't born on like a forum.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. To me,
I'm
it
not sure.
screams, GeoCities or something.
Yeah,
Do you know
I
what I mean?
or I could see that, a GeoCities thing,
Yeah.
or a something awful thread.
Yes,
or,
thank you. Yeah, something awful
or
would
something
be-
on like You're the Man Dog.
What is the other
or
one? XKC. You know what I mean?
XKC.
The cartoons, XKCD or whatever.
Oh,
What the fuck is that?
Fuck, I don't remember the name of it now, but I'm picturing.
It's like
it
the
in my head.
4-panel comics. You know?
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it, but I
Yeah.
know exactly what you're
It's
talking about.
like 4 letters, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. We're at work. Let's do more research on Pastafarianism
Sure.
and religions born from the internet. All right, we're back.
We're back.
Just a few short hours later.
Yeah. Before we get into anything else, because
Yeah.
we had talked about some things to talk about.
Oh yeah, wait. Did you look into whatever I said? We're gonna look into it.
Yeah, the
Pastafarianism.
Yeah, the flying spaghetti monster. So, just with a real quick little bit of research. So the flying spaghetti monster debuted in 2005, written by an open letter to some guy.
Oh my God. Robbie just ran in front of the car.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know we have a YouTube channel.
Yeah. It's too bad that we don't have a forward-facing camera.
Yeah, what
he
the
could
hell?
Have been in the, he could have been
Could've
in the
been
episode.
frame. I gotta get one of those 360 GoPros.
Yeah.
Okay, back to Pastafarianism.
Yeah, so it was written as an open letter by some guy in Kansas in 2005 to the school board, because this was when they were trying to push intelligent design.
Yep.
Right, as
in
like
public school.
Yeah, like as an alternative to evolution.
Yep.
So it was like a lampooning of that.
Oh,
right.
okay. I like
and then it sort of circulated on the internet, and that's when it sort of became super popular.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it doesn't predate the internet.
No.
But it wasn't originally an internet creation.
It wasn't.
It wasn't, no. But the internet sort of took it and ran with it.
Gotcha. Made it a meme.
Yeah. And on the note of
2005, huh?
Yeah, 2005.
Wow.
It's crazy how old it is,
Yeah.
in a way. 20 years actually.
Yeah.
And just on the side note of like silly religious things, like on I think it's Australia, the certain amount of people are, as per the census, are Jedi as their religion.
Really? Like that's in
Yeah.
the census?
Yeah.
Like when people wait, is that a thing?
I think so. I think it's in Australia. Like, as people did it like as a prank one year or something.
So you
like
say
that.
like, oh, I'm white, I live in this house.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Religion, they put Jedi.
Jedi.
Yeah.
And there's at least a 1%.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But
Thanks for doing that research.
you're welcome.
Enlightening.
But on the subject of what we had broached at work that we were
Yes.
going to talk about, I understand that you recently had a yard sale.
I had a yard sale, and I've got some stories from the yard sale. So we were trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff that was in the house that we moved into. It is a family home. Jocelyn's grandmother lived there. Her mom and aunt grew up there.
Yeah.
And when we moved in, there was a lot of stuff left from Graham. And you know that's just like been sort of accumulated over the years.
Yeah.
And because Graham moved into assisted living, she didn't necessarily have the space to take these things. So, you know, the house was full of older furniture, some sentimental things that went to family, but we had a big yard sale to get rid of stuff. And the characters that come to a yard sale, you know, like we said it was going to be from 8 a.m. to whenever, like we literally said 8 a.m. to question mark.
Yeah.
People showed up at 6:45.
Oh, I believe it.
They're picking through stuff. And then they're asking me, do you have more stuff?
Wait, so hold on. 6:45 in the evening?
A.M.
A.m. So before it started. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And so like we maybe started pulling things out of the garage. Like we had it all organized in the garage, but we didn't put it out till the morning of. So we're putting it out at like 6:30, like when it's light out, you know? takes us a good hour and a half to set up all the stuff, and someone pulls up at 6:45. They're like, oh, you know, you got more stuff? I'm like, yeah. And then they like walk into the garage, and I'm like, no, don't walk into the garage, you know? So then these same people like come back a couple times, and you know, most people were very nice. It was nice. I got to like meet some of my neighbors that came over, and like, you know, we got rid of a lot of stuff. But one of the best stories was there's a lady, and we're talking about, she hears someone talking about email or something, right? I don't know what it was. Like, maybe I was like, oh, you know, I'll give you my email address. You can like shoot me a message later, and if there's stuff left over, you can just like, come and grab it, something like that. And this lady goes, I still got an AOL email address. And so I immediately am like locked in on this lady. Like, I need to hear more about this. I go, you have an AOL email address? She goes, yeah, no hackers. No hackers. She goes, I've never been scammed with the AOL email address. And then she starts telling me about how like she had another address that was like, you know, whatever, Hotmail, Gmail, always get scammed. So I'm like,
So I have many questions. What the hell does she mean by scammed?
I think she like basically means she like gets spam emails to the other email, but she doesn't get spam to the AOL email. Probably because people who are sending spam these days don't even know
AOL is a thing.
Or it's not even like worth their time to like, you know, make up a message and send it to AOL. However that works, whether they're like generating email addresses or grabbing
so
things.
A lot of ways that these spam places get your email is when you use your email to like make an account on something, and you aren't reading the fine print, and
they're selling the information.
They can sell that information out, right? And those lists, that then also get leaked to like nefarious places, where that's where you get like a lot of those like phishing emails that are like, you know, false advertisements.
Click this link, or,
you won $100,000.
Right, just put in your social security number.
So, I mean, I've always wondered, like, people don't actually fall for that, right?
I think some people do. I think especially people who are a little bit computer illiterate do. And I think that's sort of like the people that they're going after, you know? And especially when they're sort of like these phishing scams that like looks like an email from apple.com. Or looks like an email from, you know, whoever. Like the Rhode Island, like actually I know there's this thing going around right now with like Rhode Island taxes or something. There's like an email that's coming through that people are like clicking to like pay their taxes. But that's not how they send the bill. It's always a letter. It's like a certified letter.
Pretty sure that like as a general rule, state and government things will always contact you by mail.
Yes. And then this AOL lady, you know, I love to be like, oh, you know, you live around here or whatever. I go, and she's looking through this, like there's this old book of like Situate. You know, that's a town I live in, and it's saying like, oh, whoever the town council was in 1984. So she's looking through it, and I can tell she's sort of like reminiscing, and I'm like, oh, you from the area? She goes, 4th generation living in Situate. 4th generation. And she goes, my daughter would have been the 5th, but she moved to Foster. It's the next town. And she was like devastated. She seemed like
the family legacy is broken.
Ever since, you know, my great-great-grandfather lived here, my daughter had to fucking pull up out of town and move 10 minutes up the road to Foster.
No, dude.
It was such a Rhode Island.
Such a small town Rhode Island thing.
Such a Rhode Island thing. But yeah, I got rid of a lot of stuff, and then we had some extra stuff that like didn't get moved. They were kind of big items, and we had to have like a junk removal company come out. And let me just say, I don't recommend 1-800-JUNK. I had 6 mattresses. These are twin mattresses. Sorry, 3 mattresses, 3 box springs, a large entertainment center, and like a small sort of like hutch type of thing. And they quoted me. They come out and they look at the stuff. It's all just out at the end of the driveway. They don't have to come in my home. And they quote, did you hear me talking to Neil about this?
No, I didn't hear about it.
Do you want to give an estimate as to how much they quoted me to remove these items?
600?
It was going to be between $1,148 and $1,448.
Holy, really?
And they had this like chart that seemed like purposefully confusing of like, if you take up 5/8 of the truck, it costs X amount of dollars. And so the guy, and also for every mattress / box spring, it's an extra $100 like trash fee.
Wow.
So just for the mattresses and box springs alone, $600. So they quote me. They go between 1148 and 1448.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
I go, nope. Like, see ya.
Wow.
And
yeah, I don't blame you. That's sort of ridiculous.
I talked them down to 600 bones.
Wow.
I haggled.
Wow.
I got them down to 600
Good for
bucks.
you.
Yeah, so I ended up paying 600.
Not
bad.
I was gonna say, like, I know it's not exactly the same, but when I moved from North Providence to Lincoln,
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to move all the furniture.
Yeah.
So I hired a moving crew. And
Wait, just for your own stuff?
No, for all the family
for
stuff.
the whole house. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because the way I look at it is that
I would have loved it if you were like, just stuff in my bedroom.
No. The way I look at it is, my mother has bad knees, my older brother is handicapped,
Yep.
and my father is old.
Yeah.
So it's basically going to be just me.
That's nice of you.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not I'm not dealing with this.
Sure.
I'm hiring a moving company. And moving companies moved a hell of a lot more furniture than what you described, and that was only like $650.
Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of like weird scheme going on here. Like the guy had to like call his boss and like talk to his boss, like, oh, we're already out here. And like, I mean, obviously if they took $548 off the price,
Yeah.
plus like that was the low range, then like that's such a scam. Like it's absolute, like they were at my house for 20 minutes, and I understand, like, you know, there's like space involved and they have to figure out what to do with that stuff, but I was expecting it to be like $400 or $500.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you know, what's your budget? And I'm like, $500 or $600. And they're like, 600?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't have even said the 600. I should have just like kept it at 5 or whatever. But
yeah, you know, I learned that mistake when I sold my wrestling figures to Toy Vault.
yeah, Toy Vault.
Yeah,
A place I used to work for.
Yeah.
And let me just say, I don't know if I like the upper management. I don't think, I don't think that's deep defamation for me to just say I don't like them.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But you know, let's not border too much on possibly podcasts not appropriate.
But
just to continue the story, so I had these old wrestling figures that were from like the late 80s or whatever.
Yeah.
That was my older brother's and also mine through like sort of inheritance, right? So I took them to Toy Vault to try to sell them to the guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, I kind of had a feeling what they were worth, but also I didn't really know.
Yeah.
And, you know, the guy, I tried asking him, like, you tell me what you think they're worth, and he wouldn't give me a number.
Classic.
So he was like, yeah, how much do you want for them? And I was like, I don't know, I was hoping to get like 300 to 400.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I can do 300.
300?
Yeah. And, you know, I was like, well, at that point, I talked him up to 320 at least. I was like, can you do 320? But my point to all this is, I learned right then and there that when you negotiate for everything, never give them a range.
Yeah, right.
Never give a range. Always give a flat number and go from there.
I feel like I shouldn't have even said, like, oh, you know, we had a yard sale, and because I think then in the back of their mind, they're like, oh, this guy just made money on a yard sale. It's like, we made like less than $200 at the yard
we
sale.
made more than we're paying you to take this away.
Yeah, like, you know, I wasn't like selling treasures.
Yeah.
I was selling like old tools and furniture, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like bulkier items, old rugs. Like, I was literally just trying to get like the space in the home.
Yeah.
Versus like, this wasn't like a money making thing for me. That's not why I had the yard sale. A lot of stuff people were filling boxes, and I was like, $5, okay, $5, you know?
Yeah.
Like, whatever, just take it. But yeah, it seemed very like untrustworthy. But the thing is like the two people who were like doing the labor, they were very nice. Like, I ended up having like nice conversations with them and like asking them where they were from and all that sort of stuff, and like they were cool. But it just seems like it almost felt like pyramid schemey.
Kind of, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
vibe.
if they do the labor for like 6 months, then they can become like lower management.
Oh, yeah.
And like that's the person that they were on the phone with, and then like that guy's gonna call middle management.
Oh, okay.
And like that guy's gonna call upper. You know what I mean? Like, it just seemed so.
Yeah.
And then I got an email today, and it was like, here's a custom thank you from the CEO. And I'm like, this is not a custom thank you.
Yeah, no,
this.
it's not.
This is a pre-recorded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Pre-made.
Thanks for almost letting me scam you. You know, like
Yeah.
that's what it felt like, and it just. it just did not feel. It didn't feel good.
Yeah, that's a little silly.
I didn't care for it. We're back at it. More episodes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Season 2, sort of, I guess.
Is that what we're gonna call it?
I don't know.
No,
Probably
just keep
not.
putting them out. Who cares?
No, but I think of it as a season type thing.
Yeah, and
it helps me think about it better.
Yeah, that's perfect. And you did a great job editing them. They're coming up on YouTube, hopefully weekly now, right? On Mondays is when I'm putting them out.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
We want people to like and subscribe and comment. And
ring the bell and do all that other dumb stuff that everybody else also asks you to do.
Yes.
And I'd like to thank our sponsor.
Yes, thank our sponsors. And I also want to thank your friend that commented.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Nate.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks, Nate. Yeah.